This is Sonia, your DJ. Welcome to another Live with the Crew. It's Wednesday. I can't believe it's Wednesday already, you guys. Time is flying by. Love doing these Monday, Wednesday, Friday crew lives with you guys. I love staying on a schedule. But as the weeks go by, I mean, there's so much music to share. There's so many incredible musicians that I want to do deep dives on. So I may do some lives more often. So I'm really thinking about that because I have two iconic bands that I really want to get into today, and both of them deserve their whole entire live. Hello there. Welcome to Wednesday Live, you guys. Oh, we're going to get into Heart and Dokken today, you guys. And both bands, I was just saying, deserve their own live because there is so much to talk about with each one. Where are you guys from? Let me know where you're from. San Diego, California. I just actually did a cold plunge. I did Barracuda. Thought that was kind of funny, clever. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit more Heart because we're going to get into Heart today. And of course, they had incredible music in the 80s, but as you know, they had incredible music in the 70s too. So we're going to get into a little bit. So I had to throw in some Barracuda before this live. Hello, guys. Where are you from? Pennsylvania. Hello in Pennsylvania. How is the weather there? You guys getting some cold temperatures? You should be, right? It's December. Isn't it like beautiful this time of year with all the lights and the snow? And I mean, a good fun place to visit, I'm sure. But if you live there, you're probably used to it by now. Anyway, let me put my glasses on, you guys, so I can read these incredible comments. Okay, yes, they're both from Seattle. I know. This is like so cool to learn, you guys. Every time I do a live and we do deeper dives on these musicians, I get to learn. And it has been incredible, all the stuff that I've been learning. I actually just, those of you that follow me or listen to my lives, you know that one of my other jobs is I work with a disabled couple, Gen Xers, and he is about 52 years old and he loves his music, and he actually helped me do the research for this live and he loved it. So we played some Heart today. Hello there from Iowa, New York. My son lives in New York. Anyway, so he helped me on doing all the research for Heart. We listened to a couple great albums. Of course, we had to do Heart in 1985, but we started with the albums in the 70s, the music in the 70s. As you guys know, Dreamboat Annie, we're going to get into that as well. And it's just for the last 3 hours, I was literally listening to Heart music. It was incredible. So anyway, all right, you guys, I have 7 people watching. Awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, we just started this live. So yeah, people should be popping on. You guys that are being mean, you can go away. We will pray for you. But you know, you're not going to disrupt our energy because we have a lot of energy on the crew, and we will just take over with all the positive comments. Okay. So anyway, you guys, I want to get into the music. Actually, I want to do some crew news first. Let me know if you guys are subscribers to the channel and you guys know kind of what we do. Give me some hearts if you guys are subscribers and you're not all new to this channel. So I don't have to explain so much. Hello there. You guys are popping on. Awesome. The crew is hopping on. This is great. We share the music every single day, you guys. If you don't know about our channel, we are Gen Xers. We may be too old for some of you guys, and that's totally okay. We are growing this channel because we love sharing about the music. So anyway, you guys, okay. So I wanted to give you guys some crew news. Hello there. Ann Wilson singing. She's a legend. Absolutely. Absolutely incredible, you guys. And their story is really neat also. They are from San Diego, California, which I didn't know that until I started doing the research. Military family. So that would make sense. San Diego is a huge military area. And 2 sisters that were very, very talented got into a band together, which was so interesting back in the day. Hello there, you guys. Where are you from? Let me know. Let's get these trolls out of this chat. Okay. Let me know where you guys are from, just to annoy them. And let me know. Both. It actually has two purposes. Hello, Carl. We are going to get into some great musicians today, as always. We're going to talk about Heart, and we're also going to talk about Dokken. So I'm going to try not to get into crew news too much. I know, trolls are so lame, aren't they? Anyway, I don't even think they're real. I think they're whatever. We've talked about that before. So anyway, let's get into some crew news real quick before we get into, we're going to start with Heart. Hi there. Welcome to the Wednesday with the crew. Love these lives, you guys. Even if I have to deal with some silliness on the chat, we have way more cool people on the chats all the time. So they don't even faze me at all. Let me know where you guys are watching this from. I love seeing, want to see if we're international. So far, everyone's from the US. Would love to know if some of you guys are here from other countries. You can talk about, because Dokken has a little interesting story about that. So we can get into that. Okay, you guys. Hi from Scotland. Yes, I love it. Okay. What time is it in Scotland? Hopefully this is a good time for you. This is like 2:30. It seems to be an okay time. A lot of people watch these replays, so they don't get the benefit of being in the chat. But when I get into memberships, I'm also going to be doing some, they're called Crew Pass and Backstage Pass, where I will be doing more other lives at other times. So we can just have smaller conversations, get to know each other better. We're going to be doing that as well. So, and I do like to do lives on the weekends too, to give you guys an opportunity to actually, yeah, Scotland is a great place. I know, such a beautiful place, and we'll definitely have to go there. Hi, you guys, if you're just joining us. I wanted to get into some crew news real quick. I am going to Colorado next week, and I am going to be staying with my dad. I know I talk a lot about my dad on my lives, and I have convinced him to do a couple lives with me. Okay. So he's 88 years old, and he's going to be joining us on next Friday. Actually, I'm actually going to stay with him, and he is going, I don't know, he doesn't even know what he's in for, but we're going to be starting I know, cool, right? 1986 will be the Friday after next, and my dad's going to come on live with me. So be nice to him. You guys can ask him questions. Of course, we'll talk about music a little bit with him. You guys, he's hilarious though. So, and I'm going to try to get him on doing the live on Monday too. So it'll be super fun. He's an incredible guy, and I just want to introduce him to you guys because I do talk about him a lot. And I know you guys, yes. Yeah, that is great. Age 77. So my dad is 88. And my mother is 77. Yes, the 80s were incredible, you guys. Okay, so let's talk about our battles. So far it's ZZ Top against Rat, as you guys know, for heavy hitters. Rat is 653 to ZZ Top 599. And that's going to go a couple more days. I have a feeling Rat is going to take that battle. And then we've got the Motley Crue Dokken ballad battle. And Dokken is beating Motley Crue by well over 100. So I think they are going to take it. Your dad is 73. Awesome. You guys are going to love my dad. He is hilarious. He's so funny. He has to wear his hearing aids, so hopefully he can understand what's going on. But you guys, yeah, Dokken, I know I'm so shocked about Dokken, and I'm learning a lot about Dokken because of you guys. And now I'm into Dokken, which I never was before. That's what's amazing about this channel. Hello there. I know my dad, you guys are going to all love my dad. Hi, how am I doing? Amazing. Native California as well. Yes, I was born in Pasadena, California. I've only lived in California. I love all the states of the United States, but I've only lived in California. So, anyway, I've got, big history of great bands in LA, of course. Yes, definitely. But a lot of bands were from other parts of the world, which is what I love about, doing this international channel with you guys, because there's so many bands from other places, especially Canada. We get a lot of people from Canada on our lives, and they have a lot of great music out of Canada, which is awesome. You can't wait to see my dad. I know he can't wait to see you guys too. So that's Friday. He can't read very well, so he's not going to be able to see silly troll comments, but he's hilarious, you guys. You just wait. He's so funny. Come south to South Africa. Then if horrible things happen, I definitely don't want to go there. I mean, why would I want to go somewhere where there's horrible things? Anyway, German Metal Day. It's actually Metal Day in Germany. That's awesome. Okay, well, this is perfect then. Actually, it's perfect for Dokken, and you'll know why in a minute. Okay, you guys. So that's our ballads and our heavy hitter battles. Okay. And so basically 1985, we talked about 1985 a little bit. I just want to kind of give an overview about 1985 real quick, you guys. Obviously, for the year, it was all about MTV, Stadium Rock. And I do have notes, you guys, because I don't want to get sidetracked. There's stuff that I want to share with you guys. So bear with me on the notes, okay? Hi there. If you guys are new to my channel, most of the time I do my lives in the car because I'm going from thing to thing, and I do have old school notes. So anyway, the best part about our lives is the conversations, right? Okay, so basically, 1985, yeah, Live Aid, big in 85. Okay, so we had some amazing bands that came out with albums that year, incredible. Heart, Dire Straits, who we talked about before, Tears for Fears, who I might get into on Friday with In Excess, and some music that's kind of more that genre. Okay, I'm getting some hearts. So I think Friday we're going to dedicate live to those because we do a lot of metal and rock. So I really want to get into, I know a lot of you guys have been requesting In Excess and Tears for Fears, so I want to talk about them. Okay, you guys, because they were big back in the 80s, as we know. Phil Collins, big, obviously, No Jacket Required. Another big year for Phil Collins, of course. Duran Duran, that's going to be another band we're going to talk about on Friday. I want to get all of these bands in, you guys, because these weeks fly by fast. Okay, yes, I got some hearts for Duran Duran, of course. They're incredible. So in a snapshot, 85, arena rock, we had glam metal, new wave was peaking, some soul, R&B, pop, metal was going strong, and some country rock, some crossover. So the thing about 85, if you think about 85, which is what I love, is they were memories and they were moments. So these songs represent so much about certain moments in time, which a lot of us, if you're on my channel, if you're on my lives, you're about my age. So you were alive during that time. We do have some youngsters on the channel, and they're living vicariously through us. And I think they do love our energy for the most part. So, they get to listen to the music and hear our stories about it, right? But it's the road trip. It's a summer night. Sorry about that. I just froze again. Why? I don't know why YouTube is freezing me. I hate that. Okay, I'm back. Okay, you guys. Yes, so 85. It's not just music, it's memories. And I do know that because we share the music every single day, and you guys share your memories every single day. Hello there, you guys. Okay, everybody's showing up. I love it. We're about 10 minutes into this live. We've only just been talking about 85 in general and some crew news. My dad's going to join me on our lives next week. He's 88. So that's a bit of crew news. So anyway, we're just now getting into Heart, which incredible story. I say incredible a lot. I need some other words actually besides incredible. Help me out with some other words that mean the same thing as incredible, but are not incredible. Happy birthday, Carl. Okay, it's your birthday and you're spending it with us on this live. I love that. Happy birthday, Carl. You give so much to this channel. Awesome. Okay, you guys, let's talk about Heart for a minute, because it's incredible that two female musicians came onto the scene and rocked. Some would say Ann Wilson has the top five, one of five top voices in metal or rock history. Would you agree? More rock than metal. She's definitely up there, you guys. Oh, see, everybody's saying happy birthday to Carl. I wish we could actually sing him happy birthday. I can't, because I would lose half of you on this live. But anyway, happy birthday, Carl, from the crew, okay? Love it. I love it. Her favorite Heart song is Never. Awesome. So Ann Wilson and her sister Nancy were born in San Diego, California, military family. We have a lot of military in San Diego. Thank you for your service. If you are former or you are still in the military. Believe it or not, Ann struggled with shyness growing up, and doing some research on a lot of these musicians. They were very talented, yet a lot of them struggled with the fame part of it, or shyness, or those sort of things. I mean, I'm sure you guys can imagine, right? I mean, it's just, daunting to get up there, face ridicule, face booze, face rejection, face all of that stuff. We all do it, right, in our own lives. But when you have a talent like that, it's almost like a calling. Like how could Heart have not done it? How could Anne and Nancy, I should say, because they joined Heart, actually. The band actually came, the late 60s, you guys, Heart actually came onto the scene, believe it or not, in Seattle. So we have any Seattle people from Seattle on this feed? So they actually joined the band, which I think is very interesting. Again, 2 women joining the band. And they just basically took it to a completely other level. And of course, you guys know, a lot of you guys know that if you guys are listening, following me, on our channel, we've been talking a lot about Heart. I know a lot of you guys loved their first album, which is Dreamboat Annie. And that's 1975 to 76. Magic Man was on that album. You guys remember that song? Crazy for You is insane. I just listened to this album today, like I said, with the disabled couple, and he was playing air guitar and he was super getting into it. And okay, you're from Seattle. Awesome. Hello there. Yes. So I know this is so cool to learn as we're kind of paying our respects to these musicians and enjoying the music, and we are learning at the same time. That's what I love about this channel. And as I'm doing the research, I mean, I literally, when I'm in my doing my cold plunge, or I'm in the sauna, or I'm out, I am like spitting out these facts, these trivia facts, you guys. People are looking at me like, whoa, girl, like I didn't even know you knew that much about music, but it's just, we're studying it on this channel, which is so incredible. What's up from Maryland? Hello there. Hi, you guys. Okay, yeah, let us know if you just joining us. Let us know where you're from. I absolutely love that. Hearing, okay, and so let's see. Beautiful love, want to Canada. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that was too long. Okay, anyway, you guys, back to Heart. Okay. So anyway, what was cool about, actually, I hate calling him disabled. His name is Colin, okay? He's the one that I work with, and we listen to records and albums together and a lot of other stuff. Anyway, he reminded me that they used to have the lyrics on the albums, and he still owns a few of the albums. And he remembers opening up the albums and having the lyrics on them. Do you remember that in the day? That was so cool, when the album wasn't just a little slip to put in, the record. It was actually, you opened it up, and it was just, in a lot of cases, like a complete, like, mini book. I know, isn't it incredible? I was that kid that used to literally, I would pick the albums that had the lyrics. I mean, I'm sure, no surprise there, right? But yes, I mean, that is the lost art. We talk about that a lot, about listening to music the way we used to listen to music growing up. Okay, let's just take this Dreamboat Annie. Did I say Steamboat before? I feel like I said Steamboat instead of Dreamboat. I hope I said Dreamboat. Oh my gosh. Okay, Dreamboat Annie. Let's take that album and let's talk about why it's incredible to listen to it cover to cover. Understanding the lyrics, absolutely. What's incredible about this album, and I don't know. Okay, good. I didn't say Steamboat. I said Dreamboat. Awesome. What's incredible is Dreamboat Annie, 3 times in the album, they played little bits of it. Did you guys remember that? So it was in 3 parts. So as you're listening to the whole album, it's little clips of it. And it's so beautiful when you literally listen. And I'm going to actually share that album in community, so you guys have it. So it's just easy. I will go ahead and share a link to that, so you guys can listen to it, so you know what I'm talking about. They had all these incredible songs, and then they just put in Dreamboat Annie in such a beautiful way in between. And Soul of the Sea, by the way, you guys, is another beautiful song. Okay, I'm getting hearts. Beautiful song from that album. Incredible. I mean, what a album to actually come out of the gate on. Incredible. Then their second album, you guys, which a lot of you guys have mentioned, is Little Queen, 1977. okay? A lot of you guys talk about Little Queen. I want to actually listen to Little Queen. That's the album I'm going to listen to next. I'm going to actually listen to a lot of Heart's albums. So if you guys don't mind, that's so funny that I said that. I'm actually going to share 4 or 5 albums from Heart. So you guys will have them right there in community, okay? See, what I did is I went from album to album. I didn't have much time today, so I just did Dreamboat Annie to Heart 1985, which is really the main album we're going to be talking about today. But there's so many other good ones. So Little Queen, you guys love Little Queen. Barracuda, that was the song that I decided, I thought it was clever. I'm going into a cold plunge. Barracuda's a fish. There were lines on this wall, so I thought, wow, this would be a good Barracuda moment. So I know you guys appreciate the song, okay? So that's primarily why, obviously, I do these videos, is the song. You already know, yes, sing it to you, Barak. No, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. Anyway, you guys, I wish I could sing. I would, but it's not even about me singing. It's about me celebrating the music, okay? So then Magazine came out in 77, 78. Okay, that was their 3rd album, and that was more about turmoil, transition, label conflicts, okay, and legal battles. So as you can kind of see the history of bands and albums that came out, a lot of it is tied in with what was going on with the band's history, okay? So Dog and Butterfly came out. Do you guys remember Dog and Butterfly? I love that song. Like, oh my gosh. As a little girl, like that was it for me. And basically side A is Dog and side B is Butterfly. Do you guys know that? Do you guys remember that? And it was all about rock and acoustic, head versus heart. How incredible, you guys. This is magic. This is like why we talk about, this is why the music still speaks to us. This is why, I mean, everything that they put into it, it's so incredible. For me, I know. Oh, I didn't even know that. It's incredible. Yes, I know. It's so cool. Okay, so Bebe Les Strange, I hope I'm saying that right, is their next album, 1980. And so that was actually, they reinvented themselves after key band members left, which is a common theme when we get into history of these bands. I mean, there's a lot of friction. It's not easy, you guys. As when we talk about Dokken, you guys know about Dokken, okay? Another one where, there was some conflict there, major conflict there, actually. Hello there. Then we had Private Audition in 1982. More on the emotional lyrics. We had Passion Works in 83. Heart put out a lot of albums. It's crazy. 1980s big MTV comeback, they say, is their Passion Works, okay? And then we have Heart, 1985, which is basically why we're talking about Heart this week, 1985 week, right? Yeah, so Heart, obviously, big emotions, big vocals. It was the 80s. We all remember the Heart music on the radio, at that time on MTV. Power ballads, What About Love, Never, and These Dreams, that was actually sung not by Anne. So I thought that was pretty incredible. And then, of course, we had Bad Animals in 87. That's where Alone, the song Alone, I really wanted to play Alone, but we have to wait a couple years for that. I love that song. Of course, her legendary vocals for Alone. People say that actually was her very best performance, that song. So we're gonna have to wait a couple years to share that song. But then we had Brigade, which was an emotional battle about relationships. All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You. I hope I don't get banned for that. That's actually a song, YouTube, okay? I'm not actually saying that. It's a song, okay? YouTube. And anyway, so Desire Walks In was next. Jupiter, Darling. And then we had Red Velvet was, okay, now this is interesting, you guys. Getting into the albums. I didn't realize there were so many albums. Then we had Fanatic and we had Beautiful Broken. Okay, did you guys know about that album? Actually, James Hetfield from Metallica, actually, he made a guest appearance on that album. Did you guys know that? Are you okay? Who are you talking about? Are you guys talking to each other? Love my videos. Thank you so much. Who's okay? Somebody not okay in the chat? Let me know, because this shouldn't be like stressing anybody out. This is about having fun, right? Okay, you guys, yeah, feel free to talk about heart in the chat. You guys, the comments go by so fast. Oh, I'm okay. Okay, cool. Talk about your favorite songs. Talk about if you guys have been to the concerts. This is when we can really, I don't know if we're going to be getting into to heart on another live. So this is really our oh, you guys are all saying, are you okay? You okay? That's funny. You guys are funny. I love it. It's goofy, right? I know you guys are like in a chat with strangers. You guys don't even know who anybody is. Well, some of you guys may recognize the names, but anyway, it's so funny. Okay, you guys. So their albums, one of the things about Heart is they had like some incredible lyrics, as we know. And there's had all kinds of like from, you know, like the ballads to the, you know, heartbreak, of course, the typical, all in one album. They just went through all of it, which I think was so incredible. The DJ always delivers. Well, you know, I listen to you guys, okay? And that's why the channel is growing. You know, you guys know the music that was important back then, and this is about our crew. It's about our channel. And so I want to share the music that you guys want me to share. Oh, you know what I want to do, you guys? I talked about, let's see. I kind of threw my notes. I talked about heart, but I wanted to get into, what did I do with it? Okay, right here. So let's talk about Anne and her sister real quick, okay? I thought this was interesting. So Anne Wilson, she had a relationship with Michael Fisher, which was Heart's early manager, which I think that's a little tough. And the real life Magic Man. So there you go. I mean, when, you know, again, when they're writing these, you know, lyrics and they're singing these songs, they're talking about real life stuff, which I think is so interesting. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Okay, you guys are funny. And then, so she later went on to marry, somebody else. She adopted 2 children, and she's been very candid about her emotional trauma, her weight, which has been an issue. People love to shame people about weight, whether you're too skinny, you need to eat a hamburger, or you're heavy. People love to focus on somebody's weight. You know, some of you guys would say, oh, well, that's what she gets for, you know, putting yourself out there. Even like with people who are doing lives, whatever. I mean, you know, I don't think that, you know, it's ever okay to shame somebody, body shame somebody, but she had to deal with that. You know, she was a heavier woman, and, you know, she still performed. She still, you know what, the haters didn't win, right? I mean, she had an incredible career. She still does have an incredible career. They still tour to this day. So she had to kind of deal with some haters, of course. But, you know, her talent was incredible. She dealt with anxiety and substance abuse, you guys. But she is known to be the spiritual, grounded warrior energy on stage. She brings it all on the stage. And when you learn a little bit about the person behind the band, I hope that when you hear her music, you kind of, you know, you hear it in a little bit of a slightly different way. And remember, she was just a person like everybody else and had her struggles. You know, she sung about her struggles. That's what makes, you know, the lyrics so iconic, like all the other music that we talk about. I mean, that one thing is so true. She was awesome. No, incredible voice. I mean, people say top 5 in rock of all time. She was a woman back in the day, like that early on. They came out, her and her sister. So let's talk about her sister real quick, which is kind of an interesting little, I want to just say something that I found a little interesting. I didn't even realize. Okay, so she was her younger sister. She was the artistic dreamer. She wrote poetry at a young age. I mean, you can kind of see it when you see both of them, right? And she was in a famous long-term relationship with Cameron Crowe, the film director for Almost Famous. Here we are, full circle. Full circle moment. This is our channel name because of the movie. It's inspired by, I love that movie because they, you know, they're people that follow around the music. They called them Band-Aids. And Nancy wrote the score for the movie Almost Famous. Did you guys know that? And also Jerry Maguire. How cool is that? Okay, you guys. So she went on to have 2 kids herself. Now the sisters had a separation, small separation for about 3 years, which is a shame, which happens a lot. But they came back together, and they do tour from time to time. Heart was just on tour, you guys. I don't know if any of you guys had a chance to see them lately. They're absolutely incredible. How old am I? I'm 55 years old. And yeah, I like to talk about a lot that I grew up in the 80s with all of you guys. So I have firsthand experience with it. So anyway, so that is a little bit about Heart, you guys. They were totally, I mean, one of my favorites of all time. I love their ballads, of course. They are still touring. They're still out there writing the music, sharing the music. We will be sharing more Heart as this channel grows. They did get into the Hall of Fame in 2013, which they definitely deserve. And one of my favorite, I think it's the Kennedy Center Honors. I did share it in community. It's actually, I don't know if it's Heart, but I know Ann Wilson sang a Led Zeppelin song and Stairway to Heaven. It's one of the most beautiful performances. You see Led Zeppelin, they're all in tears watching this. It's incredible. I shared it in community. If you didn't have a chance to go check it out, you learned some things awesome. I'm so glad. You know, we could talk an hour about Heart, but I want to respect your time. It's already been a half an hour. So yes, check it out, you guys. It's in community. If you can't find it in my community, check it out. It's just Kennedy Center Honors, I think it is. It's Ann Wilson doing Led Zeppelin Stairway to Heaven. It is one of probably the best live performances of a song I have ever seen. It's absolutely incredible. Yes, go check it out. Yeah, I love it. You guys are communicating with each other on the chat. I love that. Keep it up, you guys. That's the whole point of these lives. I absolutely love these lives. I would do a live every day. But obviously you guys don't want to watch a live every day, but, you know, not everybody can go to every live. So, I mean, I love sharing the music with you guys. So, and then I will also be I will be doing a live once a week. We're going to be doing kind of a summary of what we talked about, like little bits and pieces of it. Okay. Love my videos. I appreciate it, you guys. So, you know, people make comments sometimes about black and white. They'll make these little comments about that's a filter, obviously. Well, yeah, obviously, duh. I mean, I'm trying to create a little bit of drama. If it's a certain song that, you know, calls for that, you know, I'm trying to make it look a little bit different. Yes, we all know it's a filter. You guys all know what I look like though, okay? So I'm not trying to hide behind filters at all. It's all to kind of create a little bit of a little, I don't know, music video moment. So it's just me being creative, okay? So yes, I'll use a black and white filter sometimes. And you know, you guys will point that out sometimes, but it's just, I do it on purpose and I know you guys know that it's a filter, okay? Yes, creativity is great. I mean, if music videos, they all use filters. So it's not meant for me to look like a different person. All you guys have to do is go on lives. I don't even wear makeup on my lives. So I'm not ashamed of what I look like in real life. Yes, there are more videos in community. Yes, tons of videos, and you need more filters than I do. I just, you know, like I said, I use them for the music videos just to create a kind of like drama. And a lot of times if people are no longer with us, like Tom Petty or Prince, I'll use the black and white or Ace to kind of be more of a tribute mood to it. So it's more of it's for creativity, not to hide what I look like. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing lives like this. I'd be getting all made up, and no, that's not my personality. So anyway, that's why I do it. Okay, you guys. All right. So let's switch gears a little bit because I do value your time. It's perfect. I had 30 minutes to talk about Heart, and I want to just talk. Now we're going to talk about Dokken. So if you guys want to hang around for Dokken, or maybe you guys have been just waiting for Dokken, Now, all you Dokken fans, now is your time to chime in, okay? I learned a lot about Dokken, and I want to share some stuff about Dokken because I kept hearing Dokken from you guys. So damn right, exactly. So I told you guys before, I was not really a Dokken fan back in the day. I realized why. I'll explain that to you guys in a minute. I'm wondering if some of you guys can kind of relate to it. But let's talk about Dokken for a little bit. Okay, obviously one of the biggest bands of the 80s, metal bands of the 80s. We had Don Dokken, rockin' like Don Dokken. Okay, never knew what you guys were talking about when you guys would say that in school. I was like, what is he talking about? Who, what? So now I understand you're rocking like Don Dokken, okay? Yes, Dokken has a long history. Share some Dokken history if you guys have some in the comments, because you guys are listening to me, but you guys can also read the comments, okay? Your favorite songs, if you guys ever went to any concerts, if you guys know a little bit about the drama. Yes, guys can have drama also. George Lynch. I'll explain a little bit in what I learned, and you guys tell me if you agree or not. But as you're chatting with or listening to me, put some stuff in the comments as well. It makes these lives even better, you guys. Probably will never talk about Dokken again. So this is our opportunity to talk about Dokken in the live, okay? So George Lynch, one of the greatest metal guitarists of the decades. Do you guys agree with me? Okay, I'm getting a lot of thumbs ups, hearts, all of that. And then we had Jeff Pilson and Mick Brown with drums, bassist and the drums. Okay, so the biggest story with Dokken, aside from the fact that they're incredible, and I'm going to give some reasons why fans describe them this way as incredible, which is the word I use a lot, and I'm trying to come up with some other words, you guys. Tons of shredders during that time. Yeah, put in like your favorite ones, okay? Love that. Yeah, this is our chance. I don't know if I'm ever going to be talking about Dokken again, you guys. So if you guys are Dokken fans, put in your memories, put in your favorite songs, talk about it, because this, I don't know if we're going to get to Dokken ever again. So this is your chance. So anyway, so there was this friction, of course. So they actually started out okay, this is cool. I learned something, which is why you guys said that they have a Scorpion influence, and I'll explain that in a minute. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Dokken and Scorpions, you guys know about that? A lot of you guys, if you guys are fans, know already what I'm about to say. So Dokken came out of the LA rock scene. No shocker there, right? A lot of them did. Chasing record deals, of course. But his early demos were caught in Europe first. So yeah, do we have some international crew members? Give me some hearts. I love the fact that music's all over. We're international, you guys, all over the world. I love that. So he temporarily sang backing vocals for the Scorpions. Did you know that? Yeah. So during the blackout sessions. So I don't know if you guys knew that. If you guys were big Dokken fans, then you guys already knew that. But in case you guys didn't know, yes. So there was a Scorpion influence there. And I've had several people say about the Scorpion, and I had no idea what the link was there. And there you go. He sang background vocals for them. Crazy. And so Dokken actually, he helped secure a German record deal, okay? Breaking the Chains from 81 to 83. That was their first album, I should say. And it was, sorry about that. I don't know why I'm freezing on these lives. Oh, so frustrating. Okay, yes, you didn't know that either. Let me know if you guys are still here. Give me some hearts, or let me know in the chat, because my YouTube is freezing again, which is such a bummer when this happens. Okay, you're still there. Okay, good. Okay. I don't know why YouTube is having like a problem with the feed these days. Anyway, you guys, okay, so Breaking the Chains was the top song in that. And anyway, the combination of Don's voice and George's bite, people say, is the reason that they were so incredible, okay? Tooth and Nail, 84, breakthrough signature sound. George Lynch becomes a guitar god at this point. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Best songs, Into the Fire and Alone Again. So Alone Again, we did that was our ballad this week, but it was because it charted in 85. So that's why that happened. So Alone Again, yeah, one of the best songs, and you guys agree. I think they're actually going to win the ballad battle that we had over the weekend. Yes, I mean they're incredible. Yeah, keep sharing your comments, you guys. I know I got to respect your time, so I'm going to try to get through this pretty quick. Under Lock and Key in 85. That was the peak 80s Dokken glam, metal, and melody. So that's what they talk a lot about with them. They had a great blend of that. In My Dreams, The Hunter, were a couple of the songs there. Back for the Attack in 87. Heavy, dark, huge production. Heaven Sent, Burning Like a Flame, Kiss of Death, considered a metal masterpiece. Do you guys know that song? I have not heard that song yet. Kiss of Death. That is one of the fan favorites. So anyway, I am going to listen to it though. Yeah, put in your favorite, you guys, put in your favorite Dokken songs in the chat for other people who are just learning about Dokken. You know, some people like me are learning about Dokken, you know, as I'm learning about Dokken. So, I mean, please put in your knowledge. You guys have way more knowledge for sure than I do. I'm just learning a lot of this for the first time and sharing it with you guys. But a lot of the comments are gold. So that's why a lot of people will message me back or put it in, you know, in one of my songs. That was a great live. The crew was knowledgeable. You know, they came like big fans. So people read the comments. So you guys talking to each other makes these lives way better than just a replay, which people watch a lot of times on the replays because they can't get to our lives, which is cool. But the energy in the chats is incredible because you guys all share with each other. So it's awesome. And then we had Dysfunctional in 1995, you guys. And Shadow Life in 1997. Erase, okay. And that was, I guess, people didn't like that. It was ranked last of all of their albums. And Erase the Slate came out, and that was the Rebound album. So yay, they get to reinvent themselves. Awesome. I mean, isn't that great? You know what I love? Musicians can have a flop, or a band can have a flop, and then they can come back. And we've seen that with bands over and over again. It's like, we are so forgiving, aren't we? When they put out this great music, it's like, okay, well, you know, at least you tried, and they come back, and sometimes they're even better than, you know, sometimes it's the, you know, the things that don't work out that push us to be better and stronger and listen to the fans, you know, and what you guys want to hear. I'm sure that pushed them to make music in a different way. So then they just went on to, you know, more Long Way Home, 2002, Hell to Pay, 2004. Some people say that is underrated. It has a Dokken feel though. Lightning Strikes Again in 2008, which is a return to classic Dokken sound. So you guys are learning all you need to know about Dokken. It's me and the amazing people in the chat. So you guys, yeah, if you guys pick your favorite album of some of them that I just mentioned, if you guys, any of those that I just mentioned that are great albums for anybody watching in the chat that they should go check out, let people know what your favorite Dokken album is. Hi there on your break. Watch the replay. We got into Heart. It was incredible. And we're just doing a little bit about Dokken. So yeah, and people are talking about their favorite albums right now. And it's incredible. Okay, so they split in 83, you guys, after a legendary performance at Monsters of Rock in 88. Okay, who remembers Monsters of Rock? Gosh, that, like, I heard that and I was like, whoa, I haven't thought about that in forever. Van Halen, Scorpions, and Metallica. Monsters of Rock. We got a lot of great concerts back in the 80s, you guys. I mean, or in the 90s, and so anyway, they reunited in the mid 90s and then split again. So, I mean, these guys, they try to put their differences aside, it seems like, throughout the course of their relationship, creating incredible, iconic music. They had a love-hate dynamic, which is part of the legend of what made them so incredible was, you know, the tension between the two and how they still created this incredible music together, which was so amazing. So the signature sound of Dokken, smooth vocals, arena rock and choruses, heavy but emotional, shred solos, and dark, moody undertones, okay? Glam metal and traditional heavy metal, okay? So that's what's cool about them. They had their own unique sound. Top songs, In My Dreams, Alone Again, Just Got Lucky, Kiss of Death, Dream Warriors, which I saw that on the chat. Let's see, Burning Like a Flame, Into the Fire, The Hunter, Tooth and Nail, and It's Not Love. So, okay, now here are some deep cuts only real fans know. So let's see if some of you guys know these songs. Let's see, Sleepless Night. You guys know Sleepless Night? Jaded Heart, Mr. Scary. Okay, I don't even know if I want to listen to that song. Bullets to Spare, Lost Behind the Wall, Don't Close Your Eyes, Too High to Fly. So those would be deep cuts only the real fans know. So do you guys know any of those? Let me know. Okay, you guys are communicating with each other. Awesome. I love it. I love it. So good. Love them. Number one concert. Yeah, and I'm going to get into that real quick as I go through this. Why the fans love them, okay? This is it. This is what it's all about. So they had a sweet spot that nobody else could hit. They were unique. They blended all three: melodic rock, heavy metal, and arena-ready glam. Heavy enough for metal lovers and melodic enough for the radio. So they had their own unique sound. So that's what I think you guys, that's what resonated with you guys, is that they were your band. Like, people refer to Dokken as, that was my band. That was our band. And it's true. They were their own band. They weren't like anybody else. Don's voice was haunting, not screaming. He dealt with heartbreak, longing, misery, vulnerability. He brought soul to the songs. I love that. George Lynch's guitar, some would say greatest in the 80s, fast but melodic solos again, riffs technical but catchy, tone instantly recognizable, and he gave Dokken an edge. So, I mean, these guys, it's a good thing that they, man, they had so much drama, I swear. But they kept it together. That's the drama, okay? Two geniuses who couldn't get along but made beautiful music anyway. How poetic is that? How incredible is that, you guys? Love that. It's the same reason you probably love the Eagles and Van Halen too. Same thing. There was some friction behind the scenes, real conflict, real chemistry equals real art sometimes. So, you know, you could feel it. Another thing is so the music felt like the 80s. So if you listen to the music, it captured everything that the 80s was to us, you guys. Neon lights, late night cruising, heartbreaks that you don't talk about, cigarette smoke in rock clubs. So 80s. We don't deal with that anymore, but man, remember that? Remember cigarette sections in restaurants? Oh my gosh. MTV After Midnight. You guys remember MTV After Midnight? Summer nights in 1985. What were your summer nights like in 1985? I can tell you, I was in San Diego and we were partying. Beach parties, bond parties, parties on streets. We didn't even know whose house it was. It was just, how we got to parties was, oh, there's a party on Evergreen, or there's a party on, you know, this street. And we didn't even know whose party it was. We would just roll in. Their parents were out of town is basically what was happening. I did that a few times too. I had some ragers back in the day. My poor mother went out of town. Anyway, and on airplanes, I know, smoked on airplanes. It was crazy. I know. It was incredible. It was like, so just when I saw that, I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally remember just the smoke that we had to deal with. Headbangers Ball was so cool. I know. It was amazing. I know. So anyway, Dokken, huge choruses, unforgettable. So again, these guys, they could be heavy and emotional at the same time. That was another reason that fans loved Dokken. Alone Again will break you. Kiss of Death will melt your face. I didn't write that. Into the Fire does both. Okay, you guys that listen to that kind of music know what that means. I don't know what melt your face means. Someone please explain that. I'm like, I get will break you, but melt your face? What, is that a term? Anyway, but I had to read it because you guys could probably relate to it. And this channel is about the crew. It's about all of us. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Exactly. Oh, that's the emoji. That's the melted face emoji that people use. Now I know. Okay, now I know what that I was like, why do people use this emoji where the face is melted down? Ah, got it. Okay, thanks, guys. I love it. The duality is rare. And so the other thing somebody mentioned already is they were incredible live. And somebody already mentioned that. One of their best concerts they had ever been to. George's shredding, Dawn's charisma, Jeff Pilson's energy, and they were the underdogs. That was the other thing, you guys. Fans love a survivor. So fans, I think, again, felt like it was their band, so, and a lot of you guys, I can feel it in the comments. Like when you guys write about certain bands, I know there are certain ones that you guys have a special place in your heart for. There was a certain something that resonated with you when you were growing up that still to this day, you have it's extra important for you. That band, and Dokken is one of them. And I can tell when you guys talk about Dokken that a lot of you guys that were fans of Dokken, it's a little something special, super loyal. Yeah, they're our band. They stayed in their own lane. They were rocking like Don Dokken. So anyway, the other thing is songs actually say something. So talked about emotional distance, unrequited love, inner battles, resilience, longing, searching for something more. So 80s. I mean, the lyrics, you guys. So why we can't ever stop listening to 80s music. I mean, wow, what an incredible year, decade to be alive, listening to this music. When you think about, let's talk about Heart and let's talk about Dokken. I mean, they're not similar in some ways, but they're similar in other ways. I mean, they both sang about what was going on in their lives, and we could relate to it because when they sang it, they felt it, they lived it, and we were too. They were just up there on stage and we were in our cars or at a party or whatever, but like we were all feeling the same emotions and they sang about it and it hit us. So that's what's so incredible. And then the soundtrack, it's for the people that grew up on MTV: Heartbreak, First Loves, Fast Cars, Friday Night Freedom, Nostalgia, and Musicianship. And that is Dokken. I mean, so bam, we hit Heart, we hit Dokken, we got in some crew news, two incredible sounds, songs that, bring back memories for us. It just, like, both of them. When I first was going to do this live, I was like, did I check out Blackberry Smoke? I believe so. I did. Do they have YouTube videos? Because if they do, I can share them in community, and you can also share them in community, you guys. If you guys have any music that you guys want to share, community is open. Okay, you guys, I left it open for you guys. So if you have a band that you want to share their music, feel free to use community, okay? I left it open so that you guys have that tool. So think of community like our own, for lack of better words, Facebook page or group or whatever. It's for our community, and feel free to share on there, okay? Feel free to post. Use that for sure. Oh, you love Blackberry Smoke. Somebody else does. Okay, so feel free to share some music with us, you guys. Absolutely love that. Yeah, so somebody's asking to share. So yes, if you guys don't know how to do it on community, I think it's pretty easy. I think you just go to my community on our YouTube page, and I think there's a place where you can just share a link or something, copy the link from YouTube, post it in there, and it should post. So please use the community, you guys. It's for us, okay? Not just for me, it's for everybody. And I would love it if you guys shared music, memories, concerts, your favorite YouTube concerts that you guys like listening to. It doesn't even have to be in the year that we're talking about, 1985. It could be any year, any iconic musical performance, any iconic concert. Please share them in community. Use community, okay? subscribe and join the community. Yes, absolutely. People see us on a live, and we like to do these lives Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then on the weekend. And we do get subscribers that just join for the first time, and they get right into the conversations. They get right into asking for requests. That's how this channel is growing. Okay, this channel rocks, the community rocks, and this DJ rocks. You guys are awesome. I love doing this. I can't believe we're doing this. This is just going to be, and you guys are communicating with each other. So, and like I said, feel free to use community to share anything. Because, as with these lives, all the chat, it's gone. Once we're here and we're live, it's gone. So you can really use community to, like if you guys are talking about something in the chat and you want to share something, feel free to use community. That's what it's for. Okay. So, it's all happening. Yes, it's happening. I know. Like, we are doing it, you guys. We are the best crew on YouTube. We're the only crew on YouTube. And we're the only people that are doing this. Like, so yay for us. We decided to take this journey together, and stay with us for as long as you want. I'm not going anywhere. Crew isn't going anywhere. We're just going to keep doing this. I'm going to have opportunities for people to be guest DJs. I really would like you guys, if you guys especially are into music trivia or anything, if you guys want to be a part of future things that we're going to be doing on this channel, please. I have my email that's actually available. It's in description. I've already had some people email me that say they want to be a part of that. I will be doing more lives where we're going to have 3 or 4 people on them. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Email me and let me know you're interested in that. You love the picture and community, Carl. I know Carl's great, isn't he? He gets, like, I'm telling you, he's gives so much to this channel every single day. So anyway, yes, it's all about the memories. It's all about the music. Your memories matter, I like to say. They matter here. And yeah, it's a place where you can come, you can, listen to some music, you can, reminisce about some music. In a lot of cases, it's music you haven't heard in a long time. And that's what makes it so great. We're doing it together. So, how awesome. I mean, this is much better. It's one of my favorite movies, actually, is Into the Wild, and great soundtrack on that as well, by the way. And it's about Chris McCandless. I think I'm saying his name okay. And he it's his whole journey to Alaska. I don't know if you guys know that movie. But it's actually, yes, you do. Okay. It's actually one of my favorite movies. I have a point to this story, and then we'll be done with our live. So it's one of my favorite movies because he was a very troubled teen, like a lot of us, frustrated. His parents fought all the time. I mean, I had that experience back in my childhood. A lot of us did. And he just wanted to escape. He just wanted to go to Alaska. He thought, going to Alaska on my own, that's where I'm going to find happiness. That's where I'm going to find whatever it is that I'm looking for. And he decided to there's this iconic scene in this movie. He cuts up his credit cards, burns everything. The last dollar he owned, burned it, and he set out to go to Alaska. And I'm not going to tell you guys the end in case you haven't seen it, but it's not a good happy ending, let's just say. But along the way to Alaska is where he found his people, is where he found his community. If you guys saw the movie, I have goosebumps. Along the way to the journey, his final destination was Alaska. I'm sorry if I gave it away to a lot of people. But along the journey, he found his crew. He found his crew. And this is not, of course, nothing like we're going to Alaska. We are going to hit a final rest, we're going to hit a final encore, right, on our life's journey. But along the way, we have found this crew. So that movie has always spoken to me because of the meaning and the message behind it. And one of the things that he writes in his journal at the very end is happiness is only real when shared. And he found out a little too late that literally his happiness was in sharing the journey with the crew that he met along the way. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because that is something that has always meant something to me. And now creating this channel, I'm realizing even more why that, you know, stuck with me all this time. And that's what we're doing. We're creating a crew on YouTube. It's very different than his crew and his journey to Alaska, but we're all still on it. We're all on a journey, right? And so we, you know, we found this place, we found this community together, and we're doing it through music. We're bonding through music. And I can't think of any better way, easier way in some cases, because music it communicates the things that we can't say. When you dedicate a song or you sing a song, you know, you share music memories. I mean, you know, there's a lot that music does in terms of a lot of people on these lives have said music heals, music definitely unites, music definitely bonds. And that's what we're doing here on this channel. A crew is a crew. That's right. Right. And so this is where we found ourselves on this part of our journey, you guys. So I'm so glad that you found me. I'm so glad that I found you. I'm so excited to grow Into the Wild. Yep. Go watch the movie if you've never seen it. It's a beautiful movie. Music saved your life. Music saved my life as well. I had I battled a near-death experience, near death for like a year. Didn't think I was going to make it at all. And the love for my kids, prayer, and music got me through it. I just kept listening to the music that reminded me of, my kids growing up, and just brought me right back there. And then my childhood, and literally music healed me. Music, absolutely. I totally believe in the power of music. So anyway, you guys, okay, with that said, it's been an hour. I'm going to go cry like a baby again. Can't believe these lives do this to me, I swear. Anyway, you guys, great live as always. Severe childhood depression, music got me through. Absolutely. And, you know, it's interesting because music, we can all relate to that. And, you know, not all of us, but those of us that found this channel and, you know, come back to the channel, come back to the lives, come back to the community every day. There's a reason. I mean, a lot of us are similar in a lot of ways. I read your comments every day, you guys. I know for a fact that a lot of you guys would be friends in real life. Okay. You guys are very similar to each other. You're cool people. You are deep people in a lot of ways, and music hit you and it still hits you. You got this, we got this. And so, you know, we're doing this together. So it's awesome. So you guys, best crew on YouTube. Thanks again for every live, I'm like, that was the best live ever. All of these lives are good. So look forward to Friday. Friday's going to be a little bit different. Like I said, you guys, we're going to be getting into some Tears for Fears. We're going to be getting into some Duran Duran. We're going to be getting into some In Excess. So if that's not your genre of music, it's okay. It's not everybody's, but I gotta give these guys, Simple Minds, I've got to give them some love because they were big back in the day. Okay. So yes, power in numbers. Absolutely. Gratitude, totally. Yeah. Full of gratitude. So look forward to Friday live with you guys. I'll probably be doing some lives over the weekend for people that can't make it during the week. Never know what we're going to talk about. Never know what songs I'm going to share. There's some good ones for 1985 still. Put in your requests. I want to share the music that you want to hear, of course. Yeah, as always, you guys, it was awesome live, and look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. All right. Take care.